I just wanted to say about Defensive Player of the Year. Here's maybe the question is, does at this point, right? It's been Defensive Lineman Award for many years. At what point do we start thinking Xavier McKinney has a chance?
He's had 5 picks in 5 games right now. He's one off the record?
Yeah, he's one off the record. And so Trayvon Diggs.
Is he one off tying the record?
He's one off tying the record.
Yes, okay.
So Trayvon Diggs tied that a few years ago. And Trayvon Diggs, if you remember, at that point, he had a ton of Defensive Player of the Year hype.
Yep.
I don't exactly know why Xavier McKinney doesn't have similar hype. I mean, Pat Surtain is at plus 750 and Xavier McKinney's at plus 2,300. I find this baffling.
Who's the favorite?
Aidan Hutchinson.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, Aidan Hutchinson.
He's like tied with TJ Watt.
Yeah, plus what? Two something?
300.
300.
Plus 300. All right, can you read the top 5?
Yeah. Hutchinson, TJ Watt,
yep.
Pat Surtain, Chris Jones, Nick Bosa.
Chris Jones, Nick Bosa. All right, well, let me see. How many defensive backs have won this award? We've had Gilmore in 2019. You had Troy Polamalu in 2010. Bob Sanders, 07. Ed Reed, 2004.
You missed Charles Woodson.
And Woodson in 09. So what is that? It's 5 guys right there?
I mean, that's not... I think you don't want to go back to 2010.
Yeah.
Since 2011, right? So in the past, 13 seasons, defensive back has won once. This is a defensive line dominated award.
I love that from Ziggy right there. You don't want to go back to 2010, but 2011. No, but for real, though. So, yeah, if you go back from the time Palomaro won or the year after, yeah, only one guy has won it. And I think that's where it's tough to see McKinney actually winning the award, especially that he is a safety. Like there are a lot more important positions on the field than safety. He's been an impactful one. I think his interception numbers would have to really remain at a crazy rate like this to have a shot.
I would agree. Yeah, I wanted to take Patrick Surtain. It would, as a team, as the best player in a team, I think is going to go far and surprise people. I think a corner is the most important position in football too. But
other than quarterback.
Rather than quarterback,
okay. You never know with Jack. You never know.
A player. Well, actually, remember that draft we had? We were drafting who we draft number 1 overall if we were starting a team.
Yeah,
and I said
Sauce Gardner
number 1
overall.
I value cornerbacks, a guy who can shut down a number 1 receiver on a consistent weekly basis.
Yeah, taking Sauce Gardner with the 4th overall pick is that'd be the worst pick ever.
This is what I find crazy. So Aidan Hutchinson's number 1, right?
He won't win the award.
Aidan Hutchinson had 4.5 sacks against the Buccaneers, who had 3 offensive linemen out. And other than that, he's got 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Xavier McKinney has 5 interceptions. It's like they're saying an interception is worth only slightly more than a sack. Really?
I mean,
really?
I mean, Aidan Hutchinson has been he's an impact player.
I'm not saying Aidan Hutchinson has been bad. That's to put in the context just how crazy 5 interceptions in 5 games.
Yeah. 5 interceptions is crazy.
I would love to take a guy like that, like Surtain, but I'm taking Watt.
Aidan Hutchinson, he impacts every single game with tons of holding calls against him all the time. He's a great player. I don't think he actually TJ Watt.
It's Watt. Watt's the DPOY.
TJ Watt just has, it seems every single without him, we've seen the record. They're 1-11 without
Imagine
Watt.
him not on that team. They don't have any, there's no wins.
McKinney though, because remember Trayvon Diggs, he had a lot of interception. He had big plays, didn't he, when he was in the running there? He had a bunch of interceptions, but did he return 1 or 2 of them?
Yeah, but he also gave up ridiculously huge plays.
Yeah, he did that too. But Bland, remember last year, Bland had all the interception returns for touchdowns. He broke the record. Not really even mentioned. I mean, for safety, because those guys are corners too. To win the award, it was Polamalu and Ed Reed, right? And Charles Woodson, who they have listed as a cornerback, but I think
Woodson was a corner. He wasn't a safety.
Maybe later in his career, then he moved over to safety with Green Bay.
Oh.
Right? Am I crazy here? I thought Woodson moved over to safety. Oh, whatever.
But that was right near the end.
Still, we're talking about the greatest of all time at the position right now. You need to have that
McKinney could be up there.
Oh no, he could be. That's just.
If you look at how he started his career, he's on track to be an all-time great.
Okay. Maybe he does wind up being on the level of Palmo and Ed Reed, but that's the whole point. Is you need to be that good to be in. I also think
it's much harder to play corner than it is to play safety.
Yes.
That's why you see odds at for Surtain much higher than Xavier McKinney.
Sure, yeah.
We don't give out awards for how hard it is to play the position.
I think it should play a role.
I mean, edge rusher is by like if you talk to JJ Watt, he'll tell you edge rusher is the easiest position in football. You just run at the quarterback.
I think it's also easier than
It's the most athletically demanding, but that's not the same thing as being intellectually challenging.
I just think safety is the easiest position to play on defense, which is why you see the odds lower than maybe what you think they should be.
Well, Ziggy, what do you think? I mean, you're bringing up the topic. You think Xavier McKinney should be the favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm not sure he should be the favorite, but I'm just wondering here, how many more games does he need to do this to have a chance to win?
Where is he? What number is he at right now?
He's at like 6 or 7.
I mean, that's not horrendous. He's in the running.
No, yeah,
but the thing is, he's at 6 or 7, but he's at like plus 2,500.
So you got the value.
Go for it.
He sees something.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying why I think the odds are lower than guys like Surtain.
If he can do this for 2 more games. Actually, screw this. If he does this for 3 more games, he will set the NFL record for most interceptions consecutively.
I mean, I had the dream. Like I did dream it. So,
and if you can dream it, you can do it.
If you can dream it, if Paul can dream it, you can do it.
I'm going Watt.
I think Watt too. I think Watt's.
He adds like 9 wins to us. Like not even exaggerating.
Watching TJ Watt's a little bit like there are a few of those guys. I said it about Aaron Donald. If you just watch them on every single play, they're blowing someone up every single play.
It's him or Surtain, one of those two.
So Surtain will not win the award.
When he takes Denver to the AFC Championship game.
No, Bo Nix is going to take him there.
Let's combine.
No, Xavier McKinney though, Ziggy. I like we do need to pay attention to it. What he's doing is awesome. Shouldn't have had an interception against the Vikings. Just saying it, but yes, what he's doing has been great.
But it seems puzzling to me because if you look at how the national media is talking about it, I hear everyone out of Green Bay talking about this guy for good reason. It doesn't seem like he's actually getting that much attention.
Yeah, I don't think he is right now. I agree with you.
Like compared to how much attention Trayvon Diggs was getting, people were asking if he was the next prime time.
Trayvon Diggs is a cornerback on the Dallas Cowboys. That's
crazy.
He's a Packer.
He's a Packer, but I mean, Trayvon Diggs is
people don't talk about the Packers. We saw this last year. A young quarterback was putting together one of the most exciting playoff runs in recent NFL history. And we were the only podcast that wasn't a Packers
Diggs
podcast
also,
talking about this guy.
His brother Stephon, like Trayvon Diggs is a big time name too. I think I don't think if you asked a majority of NFL fans, they have any idea who Xavier McKinney is.
I also think corner carries so much more weight than a safety. Yeah, that's what I think it comes down
it does
to.
too, in a lot of people's eyes. I need to look a little bit more into weeds.
6 turnovers matters. 5 interceptions plus a fumble.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
I think that's a lot more weight than 2 passes defended.
I'm not saying he's not in the running.
He just rolled.
I'm just saying why I think the odds are what they are.
Yeah. All right. I don't mind. I don't mind you bringing it up, Ziggy. I think Xavier McKinney's had an awesome start to the year, but I wouldn't bet on him to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think he'll be a top defensive player all year long, though, and he'll be crucial down the stretch for the Packers as they play. I mean, that whole the NFC. Surprisingly, Sam Darnold, the Vikings, Goff, and the Lions. Like there are a lot of good receiving threats in the NFC where Xavier McKinney is going to be vital.